Ready.
EA Sports brings you a special edition of the National Football League for this Halloween matchup. It's the 49ers and the Bears, and it's coming up next.
Bit of a sloppy track here at Soldier Field. Still getting some of the wraparound rain bands on the pressure system that's hovered over Chicago the last couple of days. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. They've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
Entering play call screen.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The 49er offense coming out here for the first time, led by their quarterback, Jimmy Garoppolo. Garoppolo, 5th season with the 49ers, 8th overall in the National Football League.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Power.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Over 300 yards in the air.
On plan, there are formation. On plan, there are 7 categories. Defend, keep, passes selected. Option is set to under. Coach suggests pass.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Khalil Mack racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after him right out of the gate.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Pinch Mike 0. FS Blitz. Pinch, FS Blitz.
A lot of ground to cover. 2nd and 22. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And once again, he's going to be stopped up behind the line. 2nd straight play. Shades of the 85 Bear defense a little bit.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Garoppolo. He's going to drop this underneath to Mostert. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
So on fourth down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first years away. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go to work here for the first time, leading them out the 11th overall pick of the 2021 draft, Justin Fields out of Ohio State.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes.
Entering play call, coach suggests Montland, there are no player, there are CeeDee Lamb, Calvin Ridley, CeeDee Lamb, Khalil Herbert, Cole Kmet, Justin, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Dave, Zone 20, MTN 24 zone open.
Coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive.
R1 button.
Carry now for David Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. It was Maurice Hurst who got him down.
Entering play call, David player. There are 9 formation. There are 9 categories. There are concept, opt, quick pass, medium, quick pass, quick slant, fly stick, quick slant.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Square button, circle button, cross button.
Open man, right side, it's Lamb.
Entering play call, stick. There are 4 category, concept, medium pass, deep pass, verticals.
We certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback.
Cross button. Triangle button. R1 button.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Square button.
And this is caught. Touchdown. CeeDee Lamb. His first touchdown of the year. And the Bears have taken the early lead. Well, CeeDee, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And you think on third down, they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Attempt to selected.
7 yards through the air. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and the end result is a Bears touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
The touchdown here, Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their second drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this is what the problem is.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else, ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Here's 2nd and 10. Garoppolo looks to throw. The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. In last week's game for Kittle, there are the numbers.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Cover 1 hole.
Salivated.
Yes.
Cover 2 man.
Dreamed going against the last team in the league against the pass.
Yeah.
He expects to catch every one thrown today.
You're right. They have struggled 32 of 32 in that category. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 40.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
2nd down. Here's Mostert again. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Cover 4 drop show you.
Better there, partner. Running
On
game.
plan, there are 7. Formation, there are 4. Nickel. Dime. Nickel. 4, 3. Middle third.
Territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he'll work this forward for about 3.
Entering play call. Cover 4 quarter. Formation. Concept. Cover 3. Cover 6. Cover 4.
Make a play. It was only a
Cover 4. Cover 4 quarters.
They had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd and 7. Garoppolo. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 30.
Entering play call. Cover 4. There are not. Cover 4 quarters. Concept. Play tight. There are zone cover. Blitz.
Now he gets
Zone
involved in the
blitz.
passing game.
Man. Safety blitz. Pinch up 0. Safety blitz.
In the NFL,
Middle
being
third.
able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And it's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So a first quarter fumble in the rain, and this isn't supposed to let up. They've had flash flood warnings just west of here, so they better get used to this.
And it's hard to do real early in the game because you're so amped up and you're trying to do so much. You've got to get used to it, though. You've got to.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9. On plan. There are 9. Player. There are Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery. Mesh. 24 zone open.
They'll start
Button.
Montgomery. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Fred Warner, first-time All-Pro.
Entering play call. David Montgomery. You have player. There are formation. There are 9. High form.
Over Indianapolis.
Yeah.
Coach on plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. Concept.
They've got all their
Medium pass.
signs
Keep
now,
pass.
and they're playing with
Play
extreme
action.
confidence.
Play action. Do. Pass print HD flat.
2nd and 10.
Square button.
Now it's Fields off the boot.
Triangle button. Cross button.
Out to Montgomery. They do get a couple, but then
Entering play call. Do. There are 2 categories. You have 7 options. Do.
a week ago, and
Pass print HD flat.
And no matter what's done throughout
Concept. There are 9. Keep pass.
the blocking and
Verticals. There are 12 categories. You have 21 options. PTC is selected.
tackle, especially open field.
Cross button.
Missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
R1 button. R1 button.
Fields.
Triangle button. Square button.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Not is selected.
Going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season.
Entering play call. Man blitz. There are 2 categories. You have 50 options. Pinch but 0 is selected.
But you know what else is happening too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team.
Entering play call. Man blitz. There are 2 categories. You have 50 options. Pinch but 0 is selected.
Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. That's swung out to Mostert. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch.
Entering play call. Man blitz. There are 2 categories. You have 50 options. Pinch but 0 is selected.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
Play action, Garoppolo. And this is going to be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time.
R2 button.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They lost 2 straight coming in, but good news for them right now. They've got the lead and the football.
Entering play call. Coach. MTN posted. Zone fit jet. Bench. RPO zone peak. Plan. There are 9. Player. There. Darnell Mooney. Darnell. Jail break screen. Flanker drive. Circle button. Cross button. R2 button.
Hauled in by Lamb. 7 yards.
Entering play call. Darnell Mooney. You have 10 options. Covered is select player. Error. Justin Field. Darnell. David Montgomery. David Mesh. 24 zone open.
It was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
On 2nd down, Montgomery.
R2 button.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 13 carries, 58 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time.
Entering play call. David Montgomery. You have 66 up player. There are 9 category. Formation. There are 9. Concept. There are play action. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium. Deep pass. Verticals.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Triangle button. R1 button.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Triangle button.
This is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. How about this first quarter for them throwing the football?
This defense has zero answers for what they've seen so far with the ball in the air. I'm not sure how they're going to change things around, but offensively, I keep attacking. I keep throwing the football until they make me change.
Entering play call, verticals, there are 12, concept, play type, there are personnel, favorites, there recent play, coach suggest, gun plan, there player, there Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Mesh, 24 zone open.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Cross button,
A give.
R1 button.
And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get him.
Entering play call, David Montgomery, who have 66 option, player, Darnell Moon, Justin, Cole Kmet, Khalil Herbert,
Pretty decent game.
FB dive.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Cross button.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Entering play call, Khalil Herbert, who have 5 option, player, there, Calvin Ridley.
The run, by the way, they're not
Coach drive wheel.
10.
Gun plan, there are 9. Player, there are 9. Formation, concept, screen pass, run, option, quick pass, medium pass, deep pass, play action, do, pass sprint HB flat.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. To throw is Fields.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Cross button.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution because he realized he's in field goal range. No sense forcing anything.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 27 yards is selected.
And this is no good. Close, but he misses just left of the upright.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 20. There's Garoppolo to throw. And it's knocked away and in.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And he's going to be taken down about a yard shy of the first at the 29. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
R2 button.
A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time when they couldn't connect on that short field.
Entering play call, slants.
Because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams
Square
before.
button.
Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
To Montgomery.
R2 button.
And he stopped immediately there.
Entering play call, slants. Quick pitch.
Charles,
83 HP choice.
this week 8 of the 2021
On plan, there are 9 player, there are 9. Calvin Ridley, G.D. Lamb,
a 17-game
Horn,
regular
Jets
season.
week, and around leg
Right
stick.
now, maybe more than ever,
Spacing,
weeks to
stick,
occur later
and
in the
around leg
season. Be a pretty
stick.
big advantage.
Brandon, it's always been a big advantage, and now, as you pointed
Circle
out,
button.
the possibility of it becoming huge, likely. Most teams want that later open date because of injury,
Triangle button.
getting that
Cross
rest.
button.
Push.
R2 button.
Saying sometimes when you get an open date early in the season, it's not very much of an advantage. You might be playing well, now slows down your momentum. This is a big deal, and teams definitely like it. The later, the better. To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this.
Entering play call, G.D. Lamb, you have 82. Player, there are 9. Cap formation, there are 9. Concept, there are screen, run, option, quick pass. Stick, there are stick, Y stick. Concept, medium pass, keep pass, play action, keep pass, verticals. Cross button,
First and
triangle button, R1 button,
Deep downfield from Lamb.
square button.
And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Bears!
CeeDee Lamb.
With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game.
And the Bears are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead.
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
To the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen. And it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo.
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted.
R2 button.
It's Desmond Trufant, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. Now, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick.
Entering play call. Coach suggests. Gun plan. There are 9. Coach suggestions. There are. Gun plan. There are. Player. There are. David Montgomery. Zone fit jet.
Let's be aggressive and go after him.
First down, Montgomery stops short of the 25. The second.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone weak is selected.
That might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Player, there are 9. Formation, there are 9. Concept, there are. Play action pass. Do. Pass sprint HD flat.
Second down and 8.
Cross button.
To throw. Fields.
Triangle button. Cross button.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A good throw there on what has been a strong rookie season to this point, Charles, as he now has surpassed the 3,000-yard mark with that last completion.
And just think, he's been forced to learn on the job.
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. Concept. Screen pass. Run.
But this guy's taking the
inside. Zone fit jet.
Every game.
Zone weak.
So far, he's passing with flying colors.
A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Cross button.
They'll run it. Here's Montgomery.
Cross button.
And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there. And it helps him move the sticks. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. This offense number 1 in the NFL in picking up first downs, and the run game got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
Entering play call. AHP play call. Play call. Concept. Play type. There are. Personnel. There are. 1 3 are. Special. 1 RB bar. Objects. Zone weak.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Cross button.
On the ground, it's Montgomery.
R2 button.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd.
Entering play call. When tight, there are 2 categories. You have AHP stretch.
Make sure you're running.
ROLT.
Offensive line.
AHP stretch.
Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Cross button.
On 2nd down,
R2 button.
it's Montgomery, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Entering play call. When personnel. Favorites. There. Recent play. Coach Gun plan. There are. Player. There are. Formation. There. Concept. Option. Run. Quick pass. Stick. There. Quick slant. X slant. Quick slant. Circle button. Cross button.
13-0 is the score after one on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the second.
Entering
the Bears in possession as they've got it with a third down coming up.
Square button. Cross button. Cross button. Square button. Circle button. R1 button.
Pulling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job.
Entering play call. Coach suggests. Punt plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Concept. There. Medium. Keep pass. Medium pass. Smash. Corner stop. Mesh. Texas. Regoni HB corner. Texas.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7.
Cross button.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up tempo.
Entering play call. Thick FG sprint. 4 verticals.
Maybe his bench was.
Punt plan. There are player. There are formation. Concept. Keep pass. Play action, screen, run, option, quick pass, medium pass, corner stops.
Now look at this, 4th and 12, and they're going to line up to go for it.
Square button. R1 button. Square button. Square button. Cross button.
Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the 49ers are going to get the football back. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Bulldog Roquan Smith.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
On the handoff, this is Mostert.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Run down because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. And now Mostert is going to be stopped up short. He did not get there.
No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Entering play call. Punt plan. There. Formation. Concept. There. Zone blitz. Covered. Man. Cover 4. Play type. There. Zone cover. Man cover. Favorites. There are 7. Recent plays. There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. Storm Brave 1 is selected.
On it away for the 4th time today.
R2 button.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will take over
with a new set of downs. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense.
He's showing off that arm, showing it off very well. They've got the lead. Don't forget, though, about the protection he's had. The protection's been good.
And I'll guarantee you he hasn't forgotten about it at all, because that's keeping him clean in the pocket, allowing him to step into throws and make those deep passes come true.
Entering play call. Pacaro. Mesh.
What? In the huddle.
Concept. There. Play type. There are 9. RPO. Special. Pass. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass.
Entertaining to relive some
Play.
of those deep
Patisim. Hawaii drag reel. Patisim.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board.
Triangle button.
They respond.
Cross button.
Give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Entering play. Patisim. Play type. There. Run. Option. Personnel. There are 9. Specialty. Favorites. Recent play. Coach suggests. Gun plan. There. Player. Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery. Mesh. 24 zone open.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down.
Cross button.
And
R2 button.
Montgomery. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make
Entering play call. David Montgomery. You have 6. Player. There are 9. Cap. Formation. There are 9. Cap. Concept. There are 9. Key pass. Verticals. T attack. Patisim. Verticals.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Circle button. Triangle button. Circle button.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Square button.
And that is caught.
R2 button.
Yard line. Touchdown, Chicago. C.D. Lamb on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears will extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are on plan. There are player. There are formation. There are concept. Play. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium pass. Keep pass. Play action pass. Do. Pass print HD flat.
Now the Bears keeping the offense on the field and going for 2.
Cross button.
To throw.
Triangle button. R2 button.
So they tried for 2, successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Or are you going to put a safety who does that maybe the same thing?
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Top left is selected.
That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Here's Richie James on the return.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. for Raheem Mostert, and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense? The long handoff. Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here? I think that's Mack who's still down. Yeah, it is. Mack apparently shaken up there. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Cover 3 Sky WK.
Now 2nd and 2. Now a give to Mostert running right. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
A play fake from Mostert. Now Garoppolo.
And his throw is incomplete.
Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver,
but it'll be 2nd down. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
On 2nd down, Mostert.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe you get a guard to help double team him and try and steer him out of the play. They should have done it on that snap.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The Niners on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down well before the first at about the 36-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Straight rush.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
R2 button.
A 41-yard punt there with no return. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have.
Entering play call.
We asked him because
concept. There are play type. There are not personnel. Favorites. Recent play. Coach suggest. Plan. Player. Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery. Mesh. 24 zone open.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
They run.
R2 button.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 option. Player, there are formation, there are 9 cat. Concept, there are screen pass, run, option, quick pass, medium, deep pass.
Shut it down.
Verticals.
That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They'll come up second and
R1 button.
from the 20.
Triangle button. R1 button. Cross button. Cross button.
It's Fields.
Cross button.
Firing a deep ball for
Triangle button.
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Jack it out to him and keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at the 40. So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And this one too low. Brandon.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Pockets free.
Pocket awareness.
Silver shoot bench.
But once you take your eyes off the receivers, once your eyes come down and you see the rush, hard to get back downfield and find an open target. Fortunate, that one just wound up as an incomplete pass.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Coming up.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Lines up and lets it go for Samuel.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively, or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Return left. Return middle.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Entering play call, concept, there are play action, screen pass, play keep pass, medium, quick pass, option, run, PHP inside zone.
Maximizing opportunities.
They'll run on 1st.
Cross button.
It's Montgomery, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11 categories. You have 29 option. Concept, option, quick pass, medium pass, quick pass, stick there, quick slant.
And frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Triangle button. R1 button. Circle button. Circle button. R1 button. Cross-cutting.
Get rid of this thing.
Entering play call. Stick barrier for category. Concept barrier 9 category. Media. Keep pass. Verticals.
The pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Cross-cutting. Triangle button. R1 button. R1 button.
Deep downfield for Lamb.
Square button.
It's caught inside the 25.
Cross button.
Down, Chicago. C.D. Lamb on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Bears are able to add on to their first-half lead. We saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And that is absolutely demoralizing for a defense because you've got the offense on the ropes. It's third down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add empty selected.
64 yards in the air. Now the point after try for Santos. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown for Chicago.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff middle.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness. Maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 30.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
Second down, here's Mostert again.
And tackled down after a gain of 3.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. 1 Sam SS blitz.
There to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, and defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to third down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on third. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 safe man.
Now he's
Return left. Safe man.
Film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
R2 button.
So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
Entering play call. Coach suggests punt plan. Player. Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery.
With the football now, they feel great about that.
24 zone open. Post-print. 24 zone open.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Montgomery.
Cross button.
And then some for Montgomery. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of this?
Entering play call. Yes.
Confirmed that
Zone
could be a
weak.
problem.
Zone thick jet.
This way.
24 zone open. Zone thick jet.
Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders.
24 zone open.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Entering play call. Zone thick jet. 24 zone open.
Following the
button.
Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here. Going down back at the 28. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense. A little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them. But they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Entering play call. David Montgomery. Player. There are formation. Concept. There are 9. Play action. Screen. Run. Opt. Quick. Media. Keep pass. Verticals. There are 12 categories. We have 21 options. Party scene is selected. Cross button. Cross button. Circle button. Square button.
And incomplete on the deep.
Entering play call. Verticals. There are 12 categories. You have 21 options. Party scene is selected.
The secondary, they've been shredded throughout the game.
Concept. There are play type. There are 9. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Play action. Party scene. Boot slide. Party scene.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 16. Off the bootleg.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
The throw finding its target, the tight end Horsted. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
He's doing his thing. He's got some good yardage, but his team right now in the 2nd quarter, 0 points.
Just not a complete formula. Half of it's there, being able to run the ball and set the tone.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Get the ball in the end zone.
I was just going to ask you that same thing. Maybe you use that run now to set up the pass, right?
I would think so, because the run has been very effective for them.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Garoppolo.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Malone Nichols.
Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. And here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Nickel blitz 3, safety strong 3.
The job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
From the gun, a run with Mostert.
And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
situation coming up. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time.
Now Garoppolo lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now 4th down, so they'll have to boot it away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. 1, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But 2, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has
Entering play call, coach suggests. Squeeze block, return right, return middle, straight rush.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
R2 button.
Move.
Let's go, boys. Let's go.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Entering play call, plan. There are 9. Player, there are 9. Player, Cornell, Justin, Cole, Calvin, Herbert.
Towards 100 here.
FD, thick punt off, FD dive.
The Bears in good field position to start out 1st and 10 at the 45. Now a handoff here to
R2 button.
give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be
Entering play call, Herbert. You have 5 option. Player, there are 9. Calvin Ridley.
Most offenses
Cole Komet.
on a play call
Coach, on plan. There, player, there are 9. Formation, concept, there, run, option, click, medium, keep pass, play action, pass sprint HB flat.
2nd and 5.
Cross button,
It's Fields off the bootleg.
cross button, square button.
That's complete right side to Komet.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
Entering play call, concept, play type, there are, concept, there are, play type, run. Counter Y, AHB counter WK.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Cross button,
Montgomery on the
cross button.
broken tackle. 5 yards on the carry. Good pick.
Entering play call, counter. There are 7 categories. You have 5 options. MTN counter STR. Play type. There are not personnel. There are favorites. There are not personnel. 1 or B. 1 special. 3 special. 1 or B bar 3 T bar 1 WR. Special. 3 or B bar 2 T bar 0 W. 1 or B bar 3 T bar 1 WR. Zone weak. AHB stretch.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Entering play call. Personnel there. 1 or 3 RB special. 1 RB bar 3 T bar 1 WR. 1 RB bar 3 T bar 1 WR. 3 RB bar 2 T bar 0 W. Special team field goal. 1 RB bar 3 mesh. AHB stretch.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
Entering play call when tight. Personnel, there are 9 categories. Favorites, there are 9. Recent plays, coach suggestion, plan, there are player, there are 9 categories. Formation, concept, screen, run, option, quick pass, medium pass, quick pass, stick, quick slant.
First down marker was, and making sure they didn't get there.
Square button, R1 button, circle button.
Open man Lamb, it's complete. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts.
Entering play call, quick slant,
what to do
twice next. Quick slant.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Square button. Cross button. R1 button.
To throw.
Cross button.
And that one off the mark behind him.
Entering play call. Concept. There are play height. There are 9. Personnel. There are favorites. Recent plays. Coach suggest. Plan. Player. There are 9. Formation. There. Concept. Deep pass. Play action. Play action. Do. There are pass print HB flat.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the bootleg.
Circle button. Triangle button. Cross button.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Calvin Ridley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears open the lead up to 34-0. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, a touchdown?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add attempt is selected.
We're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add attempt is selected.
Called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now James returning. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And I'm wondering if maybe they don't go away from him on this drive a little bit. He's been great, but they haven't scored a lot of points.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
It a few times, but as you pointed out, use him as a decoy a little bit and get the ball in the hands of some other people in order to put more points on the board. But he's done a really nice job of establishing them with his running.
Yeah, he's established himself well. Now can they put more points up? Garoppolo now, first down throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's in.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One of his passes this week, he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number. Not in this league.
Nickel blitz 1.
Under 50%. That just tells me that the defense has spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
Getting this out to the flat, Mostert.
And he's able to get this one up to his...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Up, they got 8 yards there.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson.
And they will score a pick 6 for a Bears touchdown. That pick 6 extending this lead even further. Boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the 3rd quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Not empty selected.
And again, it's no good. A few boo birds coming out as he's missed his 2nd extra point here in the...
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
They'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Very short kick taken right at the 20. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape up past the 30. Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
And the ground game's been good, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. Can they use that ground game maybe to work the...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
For being able to run the ball effectively. And oftentimes you might want to just swing your back out of the backfield, get the ball in his hands in open space, and just don't get totally away from running it, because some of these runs now, they may pop bigger as the game goes along.
Yeah, they've been good with the run so far. Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick 6. And that is caught on the right sideline.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are nickel blitz 1.
Far at 2nd down.
This
Number
defense
6.
is very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. My blitz 0.
I like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down.
There's another example where defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They give up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away.
R2 button.
So we are at halftime here on Halloween. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, make sure you avoid the crazies out there and welcome in everybody to this Halloween edition of our EA Sports Halftime Report. We'll get things started up at Ford Field in Detroit. And it's the Lions who are out in front as they play the second quarter. Tyrell Williams, a touchdown reception. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they've got the lead at halftime over the visiting Cincinnati Bengals. A touchdown pass for the number 2 overall pick, Zach Wilson. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers leading the way again as his guys run their mark to 8-1. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners. And they will need to get this passing game in gear because they did not do much of anything in that first half. And it's why the scoreline is what it is. Meanwhile, for the Bears, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Entering bundling adjustments screen, run inside is selected. Run outside. Run inside.
Time to get back to it. And for the call of the second half, here's Brandon Gaudin.
Defend outside. Defend short pass. Entering play call. Onside recover. Return left.
Number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
R2 button.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. Here comes Justin Fields and the rest of the Bears offense. And he's been magnificent as we start to roll on all these touchdown passes he's had so far. It's been fun to watch.
It's been almost poetic, hasn't it? Captain, my captain. And this captain is playing so well and leading his team. As you mentioned, the great number of touchdown passes. He's looking really, really sharp.
Now maybe he just wants to add to that total, right?
And why not?
Entering play call. On plan. There. Player. There are not. Formation. Concept. There. Screen pass. Play action pass. Kick pass. Media. Quick pass. Option. Quick pass. Stick. There are. Quick slant.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And the first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer.
R1 button.
With a score here.
Yeah, and it's a
triangle button. R1 button.
They can add
cross button. R2 button.
Even see the football? That could be the decisive blow.
Entering play call. Stick. Quick slant.
They're approaching it.
Solid way
Concept. There are not. Play height. There are not. Options. Run. Run. Out. AHD misdirection. AHD counter WK.
Not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Marcus, defense, Marcus.
Cross button.
On first down.
Cross button.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 74 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Entering play call. Counter. There are 7 categories. You have 5 options. Counter Y. AHD counter WK.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
57's the Mike. Watch 57.
Cross button.
Now a
R2 button.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call. Play call. Play type. There. Personnel. There. 2 RB bar 2 P bar. Coach suggest. Gun plan. There are. Player. There are 9 category. Formation. Concept. Medium pass. Deep pass. Verticals. There are 12 categories. You have 21 options. Hot seam is selected. Cross button. Triangle button. Square button.
It's incomplete. Took a shot.
Entering play call. Verticals.
Boy, do you think they'd be
4 verticals. Concept. Play action pass. Pass sprint HB. Parallel LT.
their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
Cross button.
Throwing on third down.
Triangle button. Square button.
He's got the first down
Button button.
inside the 40. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards that time.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
Entering play call. Concept. There are. Play type. There are. Personnel. Favorites. There are. Recent play. Coach suggest. Gun plan. There are 9 cat. Player. There. Calvin Ridley. Callow Herber. FD. Fick punt off. FD dive.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Cross button.
And he'll give him
Cross button.
running back. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving.
Entering play call. Callow Herber. Player. There are. Calvin Ridley. G.D. Lamb. David Montgomery. Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery. Mesh. AHB stretch.
2nd down at 4.
Cross button.
Throw is
Triangle button. R1 button.
throw left
R1 button.
in by Kmet.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
Fields to Kmet there for Chicago first.
Whatever the discussions are at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased.
Entering play call. Player. There are not. Formation. There. Player. There. Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery. Mesh. 24 zone open. Cross button.
They'll run with Montgomery.
Cross button.
Takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
So it was the passing game that got him down here, but closer to the goal line, it's the running game.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
Change up there going to the running game to get them over the goal line.
Now the point after try for Santos. And can you believe it? He misses another one, his 3rd so far.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's James. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They are right now just ice cold. I mean,
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. Once again, it's Mostert. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Garoppolo going to give to Mostert. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Number 3 match. 3 Sam will blitz.
People celebrating. The guys who just gave up that play.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Offensive lineman, when the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They hand it off to Mostert.
And he's got room. And he is finally out of bounds, but he gets all the way down right around the 20.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head?
Entering play call, pinch Mike 0. Stinkin', cover 1 thief showed you.
And exactly how fast was he going? According to Next Gen Stats, 21.7 miles per hour. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert.
5 yards is the tally on...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now Mostert. He will push his way down to about the 14. Now we're going to get a stoppage. Appears to be an injured Bear on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering play call, silver shoe pinch.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Looking for his running back, and he's got it.
And the 49ers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
But with the score where it is, you're not thinking field goals right now. You need touchdowns. So that was a much-needed conversion there on 3rd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here we go. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field, D. 60 Mike.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And nowhere to fit that football.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful.
Edge blitz 3.
Very little.
FS zone blitz.
Fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. Back to the running game with Mostert. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Safety strong 3. Hot blitz 3.
But my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Garoppolo now on 3rd and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Safe man right. Low block left. Low block right.
Coverage.
Safe man left. FG block return. Base block right.
The kick by Gold is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit...
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
R2 button.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. To the field now come the Bears. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Did they stick with it?
Entering play call, hunt plan, there are player, there are not. Darnell Mooney, Justin Cole Komet, Khalil Herbert, FD dive, fix hunt off tackle, FD dive.
Because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They'll run on first down.
R2 button.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd.
Entering play call, Khalil Herbert. You have 5 player, formation, there are Hail Mary, special, single, I form, single back, wing, zone weak, AHD stretch.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch. Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Cross cutting.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery.
R2 button.
Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Entering play, jet sweep, play call, formation, there, concept, there, play type, personnel, favorites, there, recent play, coach suggest, hunt plan, player, there, Calvin Ridley, Khalil Herbert, F, hunt off tap, FD dive.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And again,
R1 button.
the tailback. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense.
Entering play call, Khalil Herbert. You have 5 player, error, Calvin Ridley.
Left him no space to try.
Coach suggest, Van plan, error, player, error 9, formation, error, Hail Mary, goal line, gun, weak, I form, throw, AHB stretch.
2nd and 9.
Right there, 54 miles. I'm going to come back to you. I'm going to come back to you. Hey, one set, check.
Now a give running right is Montgomery. Montgomery a first down and then some. And now off to the races down the right
Press the button.
Touchdown, Chicago! David Montgomery with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Bears add on. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the numbers. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to the...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add again to selected.
He missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be...
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Pick off left is selected.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now James returning. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
all their
1 Sam SS blitz.
There's a group going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
You got to figure the further they fall behind, the more you think that they'll get away from the run. They're trying to stick with it, but the results, they just aren't there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively of disguising their coverage and making it difficult for the quarterback to...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are top blitz 3.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Garoppolo. Had his hands on it, couldn't bring it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Squeeze block.
They're on 3rd down like any defense.
Return middle.
Get anything started.
Squeeze block. Return middle.
Instead,
Squeeze block.
contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive can get wings, it's 4th down.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
R2 button.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And he's sure looking like a lock for a 1,000-yard season. Don't know if he's going to get it in this game.
Entering play call, coach suggests bench.
Yeah, and if he doesn't...
RPO zone key. Regoni HB Scissor, RPO Zone Key.
Games to be played, so
Huntland, there are player, there are Calvin Ridley, Khalil Herbert, Cole, Khalil Herbert,
that is anytime
FB Dive.
1,000 yards, you're celebrated in the NFL.
It's been quite a season. Still a couple chapters left in that book, though. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that.
When you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
Entering play call, Khalil Herbert. You have 5 options. Kick punt sweep, kick punt off, kick punt sweep, kick punt off, FB dive, kick punt off tap, FB dive, kick punt off tap, FB dive.
Boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
54, right there, 54 Mike.
They'll keep it on the ground.
R1 button.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Entering play call, Khalil Herbert. You have 5 options. Player, there are Calvin Rick, G.D. Lamb, David Montgomery, Dave Mesh. 24 zone open. Cross button.
First down, here's the
R2 button.
and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 6. Player, there are 9. Cole commit.
Because they've had a very
Justin Field, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, G.D. Lamb, Calvin Ridley, Khalil Herbert,
on that run.
FB dive.
You do so because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Cross button.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
Entering play call. Player, there are 9. Formation, there. Concept, run, opt, quick, medium, key pass, verticals, verticals. Cross button. Circle button. Triangle button. R1 button.
Well, he's going to go for it all.
Triangle button.
And that will be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
4th down. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. And the 49ers getting set to trot out there. They have been struggling, I would imagine.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, Just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Play.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Second down, here's Mostert again. And they'll get him down here at the 23.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Season continues here.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
A handoff running left is Mostert. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Behind the chain, 2nd and 12. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Mike Pennell. And they're to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. Returnable for Graham.
R1 button.
They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are plan. Player. There are not formation. High form.
And have it end up in
Throw.
the end zone.
AHD stretch.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll start on the ground.
R2 button.
And for one of the few times here today, this runs
Entering play call. Throw. There are 2 ISO.
Eric Armstead. Then he got off the end there.
Formation. There are 9 categories. Concept. There are play run.
Quick.
Screen pass.
And what a terrific
Play action pass.
No
Do.
gain.
Pass sprint HD flat.
Glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. 3rd quarter here, 2nd and 10.
Check back 21, check back 21.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Triangle button.
This one's
Button.
to Montgomery. And he's out of bounds just before the
Entering play call. Do. There are 2 categories. You have 7 option. Concept. There are 9. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium pass. Peak pass. Verticals.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for third down.
Cross button. Cross button.
Field.
Circle button.
He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb.
Square button.
And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And a fair catch called for and made at the 12-yard line. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Now the first play of the drive there is...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. Khalil Mack in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Mostert. And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he'll just punch it out of there, and it's not a great kick.
Cross button. Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 24 zone open.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Now Montgomery running right.
Cutting.
And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. PHP dive.
Defense is probably going to need to hold these.
Plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. There are concept. Formation. I form.
20 behind a long time ago.
PHP stretch.
Looks like they're headed towards a big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Cross button.
Back to Montgomery.
Triangle button.
Down. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
Entering play call. Throw. There are 2 cat. Formation. There are 9. Concept. There are play action pass. Do. There are 2. Pass sprint HD flat.
Check line 21, line 21, check line 21. Ricky.
Cross button.
To throw. Fields.
Triangle button.
Hard throw. Incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected. Gun plan. There are 9. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Concept. Script. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium pass. Deep pass. Play action pass. Deep pass. Verticals. There are 12 categories. You have 21 options. Hot scene is selected.
They're going to keep the offense out there and go for
Cross
it.
button. Cross button.
Snap it.
Circle button.
He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Triangle button.
Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. CeeDee Lamb, 45 yards. And the Bears are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
This losing streak, and they really came together with a good week of practice.
And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Here's James. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. And the 49ers settling in for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Just a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip
Cover 2 man.
Just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 23. Garoppolo. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. A gain of 6 there.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working with a 2nd and 4. Garoppolo now. He'll swing this out to Mostert. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first.
Another catch for him.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Garoppolo. Not much there, only a yard.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's 2nd and 9. Garoppolo looks to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And able to get this one across.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The 49er first down.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
On first down, Garoppolo. His throw incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it. Even
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears 43. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 43. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. Well, they intercept Garoppolo. Time. Picked off at the 39. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided in.
Entering play call. PhD Paulo.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. To Montgomery to begin the drive. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Entering gun plan. There are 9 categories. Coach suggestion. Gun plan. There are player. There are Calvin Ridley, Khalil Herbert, FD Dive. Cross-cutting.
On first down.
Cutting.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple.
Entering play call. Khalil Herbert. You have 5 options. Pop side is select player. There are 9. Calvin Ridley.
They practice for this back in training camp.
Coach suggestion. Plan. There are player. There are 9 formation. There concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Inside. AHD inside zone.
2nd and 8.
Cross-cutting.
A give.
Button.
Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are AHG inside zone. Concept, option, quick pass, medium pass.
Wasn't a huge one.
Quick
That's
pass.
okay. They'll take him in short.
Medium pass, deep pass, verticals, verticals.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
Triangle button.
42's the mark, boy. 42's the mark.
Circle button. R1 button.
Airing it out, looking for Ridley.
Square button.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Raheem Mostert and the Niner offense getting the football back.
After some early struggles running the ball, they've really picked it up.
Entering play call, pinch Mike 0.
All of a sudden, the holes seem to be there. I don't know if that's just my imagination.
And give them credit that they kept their confidence, because sometimes when you get stuffed big in the running game early, especially for an entire half, it really makes you retreat a little bit, but not this group. They always have the confidence that they just get their assignments down, they would get in sync with their runners, and off they went.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And he gets this up just shy of the 15. Trying to escape the shadow of their goalpost. That helped. 10 yards. 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads. Bowled over a few people. Look at that one. Right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
Entering play call, cover 2 man. Cover 4 drop.
So still backed up, but the situation not as dire now. 1st and 10 at the 14.
Draw play, Garoppolo gives to Mostert.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
really well, but give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, Kai just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for.
But now it's 3rd down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. James has got it. Complete. And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them.
Entering play call, coach suggests squeeze block.
To move it.
Return left. Squeeze block.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, standing just outside his own goal line.
R2 button.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. They're in control here as they start 1st and 10 and appearing to have righted the ship.
Entering play call. Concept, there, play action, deep pass, medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside, zone fake jet, zone weak.
Handoff comes
R2 button.
and no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard.
Entering play call, inside zone. There are 11 categories. Boots, PHP inside zone.
That's instinct.
Concept,
Being able to
option, quick pass, medium pass, deep pass, play action, path, view. There, pass sprint HD flat.
Still 9 remaining on 2nd down.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Triangle button.
Check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Dig.
Cross button.
It's Fields off the bootleg.
Cross button. R2 button.
To Horsted. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
Entering play call, view. There are 2 categories. Concept, there, screen pass. Play action pass, deep pass, medium pass, quick pass. Stick, there, quick slant, X slant, quick slant.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Triangle button. Cross button.
Fields.
R1 button. Cross button.
Open man Lamb. It's complete. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Entering play call, stick, quick slant. Concept, there are medium pass, deep pass. Coach suggestions, gun plan, there are 9 categories. Coach suggestions, gun plan, there are 9 categories. Gun plan, there are 9 categories. Run inside is player, there are 9 categories. Calvin Ridley, Khalil Herbert, Cole Kmet, Khalil Herbert, FB, fake punt off, FB dive.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21.
Cross button.
And he'll give it
R1 button.
back. And a solid run down inside the 30. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Entering play call, fake punt sweep. Pop boot slide, FB dive.
8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike 21, Mike 21, check Mike 21. Here we go.
They'll keep it on
R1 button.
Herbert. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
I know we're in the era of wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space, but there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and, you know, late in this game, he wants the football in his hands. He's had a good day.
Entering play call. Fake punt sweep. Fake punt off. FD dive.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Hey, check line 21. Line 21. Check line 21. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that time, D. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Cross cutting.
They'll run on
R1 button.
Herbert, and he'll get about 5 here, so take this down.
Entering play call. Khalil Herbert. We have 4 options. Pocket size is selected.
As the drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game
Fake punt
imposing its
sweep. Fake punt off tack. FD dive.
Second down at 5.
Hey, check line 21. Line 21. Check line 21. Let's go, Tack. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
Cross cutting.
They'll try and run some clock.
Cross cutting.
Keep it on the ground. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up first and goal.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's at the lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Entering plate. Fake punt sweep. Pocket slot. FD dive.
It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal.
Cross cutting.
And again, this
R2 button.
tailback. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yes, now second and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in.
Entering play call. Fake punt sweep. Pocket slide. FD dive.
Second and goal from inside the 5.
Let's go. Hey, check line 21. Line 21. Check line 21. No doubt on this defense. No doubt. Check line 21. Line 21. Check line 21. It's going to be a long walk. That's going to be a
Cross cutting.
Herbert,
Cross cutting.
and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. We have 15 options. Bad attempt is selected.
Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Now James returning. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Come on, guys.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They need in order to not punt the ball again.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Got a man. That's Ayuk. And he'll be out of bounds.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
To throw again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel. Complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Garoppolo on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's James.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball. And they were
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Passes like that downfield. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Chicago offense set to get started. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Zone fixture is selected.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay.
Delay game.
So that'll back him up 5.
Play to win. Let's go.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Zone fit, AHD stretch.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game.
Hey, check back 21, back 21, check back 21. Touchdown, defense.
Following
Cross-cutting.
Montgomery. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down. On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they've got it going today.
Entering play call, strong stretch. Gun plan, there, player, there, Calvin Ridley. Khalil Herbert. FB dive.
Check back 21. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Hey, check back 21, back 21, check back 21. Good track, good track.
Cross-cutting.
On 2nd down.
Cross-cutting.
And he powers his way up past the 30.
Entering play call,
Back,
thick
give him
punt sweep.
the run.
Thick punt off tackle. Player, there are 9 categories. You, Calvin Ridley. Khalil Herbert.
Clock ticking.
Khalil Herbert. FB dive.
Hey, check back 21, back 21, check back 21. Hey, pick it up, defense, let's go.
Cross-cutting.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Bears, they close out this first half at a very solid 6-2. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for the Niners,
Post-game report player stats.
back to 4-3 so far. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals.